Hello. The world right now is feeling a little divided, yet with love, it has the power. Love has the power to bring us together. This show is dedicated to that concept. And so, without any further time, I'd like for us to go and meet our panel. So it's time. Let's talk. And so, as I said, we have a panel that is standing with me today. Even though we're sitting, we are all standing, and you're going to get that feeling by the end of this show and this episode that we're standing for love. So, who's standing with me? I'd like to introduce. We have Luana off to my left. And if you can let us know who you are and where you are right now, that would be beautiful.
I'm Luana Bradford. I'm coming at you from Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm known as a connector. So I like to create intersects between finance and business opportunities to see you maximize your dreams and your goals.
Thank you. Rosie?
Hi, I am Rosie Aiello with the Love is Kind Network, and I'm from San Diego, California.
Beautiful. Glenda?
Hi, I'm Glenda Kroll, and I'm from Toronto, Canada, and my whole world is all about love.
Yes, it is. And Janine?
I'm Janine Emily Smith, and I'm right now in Plano, Texas, which is Northeast Dallas area. And I'm all about love and Hearts in Sync. That's the name of our company, Hearts in Sync Productions.
Yes, it is. And yes, you are. Okay, so as I said at the beginning of the show, we are standing for love. And sometimes words and our actions will say exactly that. Yet there is another medium that does it too. And that is through music. And so we're actually going to start this segment off today with a song. It was a song that inspires what it is that we're going to be talking about. It's a special song to us here, and we hope you feel it too. Here we go. Stand for Love.
Stand in love, begin with me. Forgive the past, set my spirit free. The weight I carry, I now let go. For the true currency shines in my soul.
Acts of kindness, a hand to lend. The power of love will never end.
Stand for love, stand in light. It only takes one to ignite. If we can heal, love is the one thing real. Share with another, be brave today. It's time we all find a better way.
For our children's tomorrow, it starts right now. Hope is alive if we choose love somehow.
No wall too high, no night too long. Together in love, we all belong. What seems impossible can be made true when love begins in starts with you. Together in love, together fabulous too.
I saw
Wow.
a few tears, and I'd like to also recognize our digital audience, because without them, we and we have some of our Fab Five hosts showing up. Joy, so happy you're with us today. And of course, we have on our production team, we have Gloria, who many of you know. She is here in the studio with us. Gloria Grace, thank you for being here.
Mhm.
And I see so many of our buddies, so many of our community showing up. We want to recognize all of you. We want to say that we know that you're showing up because you're standing with us for love. And we recognize that. So with that, Rosie, I'm going to go to you first. You're our new one on the panel to the Let's Talk Fabulous show. And, first of all, I want to welcome you to the team, and
Thank you.
let's dive a little bit into you were saying that you are a part of a network that's all about kindness and love and everything. And I know that when you and I visited with the song, and it really touched you. And then as the song was going, I saw it touching you some more. Do you want to share a little bit about that? And so everybody understands where you're coming from right now.
I was thinking as I was listening to the song, I'm still tearing up. It's like, I hope she doesn't call me first. Because my network, as I mentioned, is about kind love. And my background is from an abusive relationship, and that's the kind of women I work with. And love can be really challenging and can be triggering. And this song was so warm and so heartfelt. I could just feel the whole energy of the words, which I know come from you, Tamra. I want to make sure everyone knows that this big heart, and I could just feel it everywhere. And I could just, to me, it was like, oh, this is my theme song. I might steal it because there's just, I want to focus on love. I want to focus on kind love, and in the work that I do, even though it's in the last month was about domestic violence awareness month, and I talked about that. November, I'm going to be talking about kind love. And it's like, what do we want? What do we want to look forward to? What lifts us up and helps us move forward? It's not the negativity. Yes, I was in a horrible relationship like so many other women have experienced, but I don't want to stay there. I want to move forward. And it's only that love, that kind love, can do that. And so that song is, to me, super powerful. It just conveys everything. It's together. It's respecting and being kind to one another. So thank you for asking me to share.
You're more than welcome. Glenda, I'm going to call upon you next too, because you are a pod show host and many know you for your show and everything that you stand for, because you do stand for love, and you also stand for many that don't have a voice, if you will. And we're going to get into that in a moment. But also, when we visited beforehand, you were like, oh yes, let's do this. I'm so about standing for love. In fact, we're standing together in December for the Global Speaker Talk. And we're on the same day about love, relationships, and community and kindness and all of those wonderful things wrapped in together and closing out the event. What would you like to share with your thoughts right now?
I think part of life has to be about having the understanding, the compassion, like I talk for many of those who cannot talk, and I support those who can't support themselves. And even though I work on two sides, I work with women who have struggled through their lives, and I help them get back on their feet and at times reinvent themselves. That's one of my areas. But one of my other areas that I've been called to, it's just because I was born into it, is I look after and support people with special needs.
Right.
And when you have special needs that you can't talk to yourself. And, my last week was a very difficult week because one of my siblings who is mentally challenged ended up in the hospital, and they can't talk for themselves. They're scared. And when you are scared, to have somebody stand beside you, somebody holding your hand, somebody that that you can trust, that's all part of love.
Yeah, it
And
is. It
this is
is.
part of it's such an important factor in all of our lives, whether we do it for our children or for our elderly parents or whatever, or just a kind person, maybe your neighbor who just needs somebody to come and talk to them. There's
Mm-hmm.
much we can give in our lives. So for me, it's all about love because of what my life has always been entailed,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
doing those little bits for somebody who can't do for themselves.
Thank you. In fact, we're going to share right now what you submitted.
Hi, I'm Glenda Kroll. I'm a mom, a grandmother, sister, life empowerment strategist, and a lifelong advocate for individuals with special needs. I've been asked why I stand for love, and my answer is really quite simple. Because love has been the foundation of everything that I've lived and learned and shared throughout my life. Growing up the youngest of 4 children with 2 brothers who live with Fragile X syndrome, a genetic disorder with characteristics of autism, I have learned early on that love isn't just spoken, it's simply shown. It's sitting beside someone who can't find the words and standing up for those who can't stand for themselves or too afraid to, and choosing compassion over judgment again and again. When my parents passed away some 33 years ago, I became my brother's caregiver, advocate, and in many ways their mom. Not because I had to, but because love called me to it. That journey taught me patience, empathy, and the importance of meeting people for where they are, not for where they're expected to be. It taught me to watch and to listen, because more is revealed when you truly listen than when you speak. For 66 years, I've led my life with love, understanding, and compassion, believing in all that my heart that can make the difference from one person at a time. So yes, I stand for love, because love transforms pains into purpose, building bridges where there once were walls, and reminding us that every act of compassion has the power to change a life. That's why I stand for love.
Powerful. Thank you, Glenda, for standing for love. I'm going to bring up Luana right now because, many of you know Luana, especially anybody that has been around the Let's Talk Fabulous show, also E360 TV, because she has a number of shows on the E360 TV network. Plus, if we're around at all this month, you saw that she also has the docuseries that she asked me to be a part of, and thank you for your service and standing for love with that. You also, I'm going to play your clip right now, and then we're going to go into it, because many of you are thinking, I'm sure, like, wait a minute, you have one of the business show hosts on your show stand for love today? Yes, because I know this woman, and I know what she stands for. And when I told her we were doing this, I think she even had to change things in her schedule, but she's like, yeah, I'll be there. So here we go.
Now, for those of you that may know me, or maybe you don't know, I'm all things business and finance. So what does love have to do with it? Love has everything to do with it. It's about leading from a place of empathy. It's walking with emotional intelligence. It's communicating where people can feel seen and heard and valued. So love has everything to do with it. And join us for a conversation on standing for love.
What would you like to add? Because you in less than a minute are able to be so concise, give actionable information and points and strategies, all from the heart. What makes you tick, Lawana? This is what we all want to know.
Well, I'm a woman of faith, and as I said, love has everything to do with it. And I truly believe that at our fundamental core, everyone wants to be seen, heard, and just embraced. You know, love is a feeling, and it's action. You can see it. You know when you're around it. And coming from just a business lane, because I intentionally want to take this conversation there, is when you have leaders who look at individuals as cogs in a wheel, you know, just get the job done, do as I say, color in the box, that creates a culture of resistance. And you find that people are doing mass exodus. And people don't leave bad situations, they leave bad bosses. But when you can really step into your truth of who you are and standing for humanity, ensuring that you're developing a team that can be seen and heard and respected and be given the space to contribute, given the space to expand, that's love in action as a business leader. And I think if we have more conversations in the boardroom, in the policies, in the highest halls of government, we would be able to see some radical shifts, not just in our today, but for the generations of tomorrow.
Perfect. Yes, I mean it. I'm going to even do a double dip. Okay, write that down. And you and I have had this discussion before because my background is from business at one point, and I was a second generation recruiter headhunter, and from the personnel side of things, and company culture, you hit that. And anybody that is in business right now and you're thinking, oh, stand for love, that's really sweet, fluffy, yeah, fabulous, yes, it is, because it translates to dollars and cents in the business world, especially right now when it comes to the company culture, right? And if they want people like I was, a recruiter, to know, because I would know if your company didn't have the company culture and they were all wanting to bail, guess what? I'd be really interested in what you were doing, because all your people would be going somewhere else because they'd be easy to recruit, right?
Exactly. And I want to say this because we're in a time where mental wellness is literally the second pandemic. There is a greater need than there are individuals to provide and care for individuals, giving them the resources and the tools to navigate these uncertain waters. And so standing for love is even positioning your culture and your environment that has the tools and resources that people can just be. It's okay to not be okay, right? And to create a space for safe conversations. And I think it's so critical because there are a lot of, I came from the public health world and consulting with CDC, and the stats are staggering with the number of those that are choosing not to be here any longer, especially in our youth. And so we have to have the conversations. We have to start with love. We have to give space, and we have to give grace.
Perfect. I'm going to call upon Janine right now. Janine, This conversation has your name written all over it too. And many would probably say, oh, what does the rock star have anything to do with it? Yes, she sings, guys. She has an amazing, beautiful voice. And they have a studio in their house, not just for filming. They sing and play music and write songs. She, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and we love you, Tracy. It's not that we don't. We just invited your wife over for this particular show. They usually are a duo. Yet this topic and what LaWanda was just talking about really hits home for you too, right?
It absolutely does. And number one, I just want to say, I love you, Tamara, so much. And I love every single one of you ladies. I'm going to go back and watch this again because there's so many golden nuggets. We're like 20 minutes into the show and I'm still have tears from that song, Tamara. So thanks a lot. No.
That means a lot to me, actually, from one of the music aficionados.
And well, you asked about Rockstar. So it's Rockstar Diaries, healing out loud with heart, humor, and harmony. And, pain, right? Okay, how do I put this? Healing out loud takes courage, right? And love is, everybody has already said this, love is a verb. Love is not passive, right? It's bold. And we believe that sharing your story publicly is a form of love that breaks the stigma. Standing for love means showing up even when it's uncomfortable. I believe love is the oxygen of healing. It truly is. And I just want to share a little bit because, I grew up and at first I had so much abundant love flowing out of me. And then little by little, the world started to break me down. My dad was killed when I was 15, went into a life of drugs and danger. And little by little, I just kept being broken down. And I went to the opposite of love, not hate, but of coldness. Completely unfeeling, because that is the only way that I could get through it. And another reason though, why I love your song so much, it starts with one voice and then it brings in another voice. And then it brings in the choir, the harmonies, the other layers of voices. And it wasn't until I remember one of the first things somebody said to me was, Janine, you might be in so much pain right now. You might not believe, you might not feel love, but I believe enough for both of us. And the walls, right? It took a lot of work. It took a lot of healing, but it took community. It took other women. I'm going to start crying. It took other women to come and sit by me. I know, give me a tissue right now. Walls were broken down. And telling my story, the truth about who I am, and people leaned in. They didn't say, go away, you're crazy. They leaned in because the love, right? The love that builds upon pain. I don't know how to explain it, but it filters into the world when you show up.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. And yes, this is live, guys, and one of our panelists may be having connection issues. She's from Canada, and we have oftentimes people from all over the world that are guests. And so, it's all good. And I'm sure she'll be back if she can be. Right now, I'm going to play your video because it ties into what you just shared.
Hello, I am Janine Emily Smith. What does stand strong for love mean to me? Love isn't passive, it's bold. Love isn't quiet or convenient, it's courage in motion. It's what makes us face our pain instead of hiding it. It's what lets us forgive when we'd rather fight. It's what allows us to rise again after being shattered. Because real love, the kind that heals families, workplaces, and nations, it's not for the faint of heart. It takes grit to keep your heart open in a world that keeps trying to close it. When Tracy and I wrote Shine, it came from watching the world around us. Chaos, division, despair. And yet, There are always people who rush toward the fire, not away from it. People who show up, who lift others, who love loudly even when it's dangerous. That's what inspired this lyric. We don't need a black belt, a knife, or an AKG when there's 50 running to the fire into the face of an enemy. It's a reminder that love is the ultimate weapon, not of destruction, but of restoration.
Yeah, and thank you for having the music in the background, so we got a little bit of a taste too, and he has an incredible voice. Oh my goodness, guys. Incredible. And they're so funny too. You guys got to watch.
We think
cracking up a lot of times because they have voices and they do music and they do comedy bits and they do all sorts of cool stuff. And so, and I love it. And I want to feature a few of the comments that are being said right now. And also thank everybody that's coming and sharing your love and standing for love with us, because the call was made this week. If you guys saw the promo, even had music, a clue. I had music. I never put music in the promos, but that was the music to the song in the background. Clue, clue, clue. And Erin, thank you. Yes, she is amazing. Love in action. Patty Mays, thank you. Patty, such an amazing. She gives every month. Do you guys know what she does? She is a volunteer within the Buddies, and she, whenever called, she comes. And as Luana is also, and many others. And she also gives of her heart every month to a particular community that she spends so much time and wisdom. You're thinking, thank you for standing for love. Love in action, 100%. Teresa Snyder, we want to recognize you. Love is unconditional, 100%, my dear, my dear, my dear. We want to also say thank you for joining us. Thanks for sharing and spreading love in your area of influence. It's contagious, isn't that the truth? Frequency of love is healing. It's contagious. There's so much that can be offered. We want to also say thank you, Richard, for joining us. We love them too. That is Tracy and Denise, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I mean, my goodness, they're so much fun. And we have, some emojis showing up, and love is being shared all around. And so I want to say thank you for that. We're going to share another song because, that's what we do here. We are a pop culture and entertainment that gets to the heart of the matter. And we, for over a year now, have been encouraging all of you throughout the world, which we thank you, our digital global audience, our community, our buddies, our friends. We thank each and every one of you for showing up each and every week and sharing the love. You're standing for love. And we have had the Legacy of Love series that we have ran for over a year now. And many times I'm asked, why aren't you playing the Legacy song every week like we were there for a while? Well, we were thinking you guys wanted maybe a little break or something. Yet it is so appropriate for us to play one of your favorites right now, and then we'll continue the discussion. Here we go. Poe's Legacy song.
In the quiet moments, when the sun begins to rise, we find the strength within us. In the stories of our lives, not in gold or glory, but in hearts we've touched with grace, in the love we share with others, in each kind and gentle face. Your legacy is the love you leave behind, in the hands you've held and the souls you've helped to find. It's the laughter in the children, the wisdom in the old. It's the light you sparked in others, in the stories that are told. and the triumphs, in the battles that we fight. It's the courage and the kindness that will always shine so bright. In the lessons that we teach and the dreams that we inspire. In the way we lift each other higher and higher. Your legacy is the love you leave behind. In the hands you've held, in the souls you've helped to find. It's the laughter in the children, the wisdom in the old. It's the light you've sparked in others, in the stories that are told. In the final song you sung, and the curtains drawing near, it's the moments filled with love that will echo year to year. In the footprints on the path that guide the lost and blind, your legacy will live on in the hearts you've left behind. Your legacy is the love you leave behind. In the hands you've held, the souls you've helped to find. It's the laughter in the children, the wisdom in the old. It's the light you've sparked in others, in the stories that are told. So let's live with open hearts and give with all our might. For the legacy we leave is a beacon in the night. In the echoes of our actions, in the whispers of the wind. Our legacy of love is where it all begins. Our legacy of love is where it all begins.
Your legacy will live on in the hearts you've left behind.
Wow.
I saw some comments coming in, and I want to highlight one of them right now because it's like, okay, yeah. Erin's like, yes, because it's her favorite song. She always lets me know, I love that song, and you didn't play it. So, there you go, Erin. And Joy, yes, powerful song. And Gloria, she loves it too. And you know, that was a song that was written for the show at the we requested it of Steampunk Poe. Thank you very much for sharing your heart and soul with us, because like you said, Janine, and what we started with is that music can it can transform us. It can go throughout all of the different barriers. It has and when you write in the right frequency, right, Janine, is that it has this power to actually heal and do so much more. So we want to say thank you to Steampunk Poe, and yes, contagious, absolutely 100%. I'm going to bring, actually right now, Rosie, I'm going to bring you back into the spotlight, because what I want to do right now is I want to explore, we're going to share your clip in a moment. And I am going to give you an option before I share it, and you're all going to know what I'm talking about. When I first met you, I want to maybe go into that a little bit, and I'm going to let you tell me if we can go into that story when we come out of your video. And you guys will understand here what I'm talking about. But let's go into this, because now I want to say this before I start it. And that is, there's a yin and yang when it comes to love. There is, love can trigger us in many ways too. And we just came out of September, which I can't believe we're already in November, but in September, domestic violence and that abuse was really brought up, along with mental health awareness and so many other things. And you have a movement that you started, and we're going to go into this, but I want everybody to know that when you're listening, listen with your heart and understand that this woman is truly all about standing for love. Here we go.
I stand for kind love because real love is kind, not terrorizing. Love is not cruel, it's caring. It's not demeaning. Kind love is supportive. It's not controlling. Kind love is accepting. It's not threatening. Kind love is safe, and it's not belittling. Kind love is uplifting. That's why every year on July 27th, we join for National Love is Kind Day to celebrate our freedom from abuse and to honor our right to be treated with kindness, respect, and safety. And always remember this: you deserve to be treated with kindness. And it starts, my friend, by first being kind to yourself. I choose to believe. Let's make kind love the only kind of love we accept. What will you choose?
You know, I want to congratulate you for, number one, being on the show. Thank you for joining us. I've been wanting this woman to come on to the show since I started it. I think I probably even asked her the very first episode. And we met, and it was an immediate connection, correct? Do you want to say more? You're muted.
That's rare.
I love her. I love her. She's my kind of woman. Tell you. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, we were connected by my daughter, right? And it was, it's how you meet some people and you just have this instant connection. You just love them instantly. Talk about love. I love those feelings. And there's other people who are on here that I know too that are in the chat, and I feel the same way. And it just changes your whole life when you feel that in your soul. There's no boundaries. You feel safe instantly. And we knew we had the same mission. We had so many things that aligned, and it was through her bubbly personality that connected us, for sure.
She literally, this young girl, we're visiting at kind of a visit moment. It was in San Diego, an event, and I was there with one of my mentors at the time when I was just starting out. And she grabs me by the arm. I mean, literally grabs me and kind of like drags me over. You've got to meet my mom. And I'm like, okay, let's go. And, here I meet you. And I want you guys to be, seriously, get your notepad out, get your pen out, be writing all of these names down, because you need to follow all these women. You seriously do. And Rosie, when I heard the story, and the story that's being told through your book, and at some point I know a movie and such things. Yeah, I'm putting it out there, guys, because I know that there's many people that like to do it, and the fact that you were able to get a national day recognized. When she talks about July 27th, which is my mother's birthday, so I never forgot, and but she did all the work to get a national day. So that is her day for her organization, not just that she's following someone else's day. She did the work for that. And I have to
interject. My daughter did a lot of that work too.
And
she was crazy.
Your daughter is a big significant part to all of this. What would you like to share about that?
Well, everything. We were, just as a brief note, just so people get a perspective here, we were living in the Middle East. I've been there for 25 years, and she was a junior at the university there. And she said, "Mom, you got to take me away from my abusive father." So because of her, we finally got up and I staged an international escape. And the day we arrived in the United States is July 27th. And that was the day to celebrate our freedom from abuse and to create this movement of kindness that we really wanted, that real love is kind. And she has been, because of her, we have National Love is Kind Day. We have the Love is Kind movement. We have the Love is Kind pledge. So, it's all about love. We have Love is Kind trademarked. It just, yes, Mom, you don't do it, Mom. Come on. She was full of ideas. And it's like, okay, we were talking about the yin and the yang, it's like all these things would come from her. And now it's like, okay, Mom would start to do the execution and she's right there pushing me. And yes, let's do this and let's do that. So she's integral. And then we're working on our memoir. It's still to be published, but it's called 11 Hours to Freedom. And it's about our journey to move forward in life. And it's a journey that never ends.
And you mentioned her in a past tense.
Yes, my daughter passed away 3 years ago in June. And she's been with me, and I call her my kick-ass angel. What can I say? I mean, she's all over me. And she keeps, I channel her a lot. And there's no way in heaven I could have done this. There's no way in heaven I could have left her an abusive relationship without her. There's no way I could have done the work I've done to this point without her. And there's no way that I can continue to do this work without her.
And this is your first time back for a while, right? You had to take some time.
Yes, I've been, since she passed in 2022, I'm just now getting out there again, and being part of this means so much to me, Tamara, and to hear these other women's voices, not to mention those all the songs and the clips, is empowering me, is making me feel wonderful, is making me feel I want to do more. I'm just getting more and more excited as the minutes go by. I can barely sit in my chair. I think I might have to stand.
Good. And so we have something that's called the Purple Pin Heart Club here. And the person that usually starts it off, we're sending a lot of healing energy and love to you right now. You know who it is, because she needs it. Yet our show is very much about recognizing those that we love, because we stand for love, and we do with the Purple Pin Heart Club. So here we go. Always remembered. So we're going to, and thank you, Joy. Thank you, Joy.
Can I just say one thing?
Yes, absolutely.
I just want to say my daughter's name is Sunny. Her favorite color is purple, and all those sparkles. So thank you. And for everybody else.
Well, like I told you, it's not an accident, the way that it all came together, that for you to be on this show, I felt so solid that this was when that download of the song, and that's really what happened. And there's a story behind the story, and we're not going to go into it right now, but when the download of the song came, it was immediately thereafter that I was like, okay, contact Rosie, contact her. And so I really felt this strength and this pull. So what I'd like to do right now is I want to open it up, and to you out there in the digital audience. And again, thank you for all your love, standing for love with us, because that's exactly what this is. It's a movement, guys. It is a movement, and it's so needed. And in fact, I want to take the next little bit for all of us to kind of talk about, it's not I said it out there right now. There's a lot of division out there amongst people that have always been united, and it surprises me sometimes. It's like, okay, a certain whatever is getting in the way. It's an energy out there that has been a divisive energy, yet the energy of love has so much healing power. And what I'd like to do is bring each of you in for a moment to share your thoughts of either a strategy or a tip or something that you want to encourage people out there to look at when they're having a decision to make, because life is about choices. And how can they stand for love even when it's tough? Janine, like you said in your clip, like there's those ones that are running into the fire. There's those ones that is like, okay, yeah, this stuff is happening in the world right now. And yet sometimes it's make those tough choices. What would you like to say?
I want to take it from the perspective of women. And here's why. I was in the corporate world for many years, decades. I just aged myself in the C-suite. And before I became an international speaker, but the division and chaos with women is rampant. It's competitive. Healthy competition is okay. But what I want to say, because that's why I started the Badass Lioness movement, and BADDASS, bold enough to begin, audacious enough to dream, determined to rise, divine in spirit, aligned in purpose, strong in body, mind, and heart, sacred to shine. So the one thing I want to say is, women, the world needs more powerful leaders as women. Right now, there's only 30% nationwide that are speakers going out on the big stages. And you don't have to be a big stage performer, right, to go and tell your story. Don't compete. Don't compare yourself. There's only one of you. There's only one. You have to love yourself first. That is the main thing. Okay, Jesus and women are what saved my life. I started talking about my story and how the women coming into my life, that Jesus, there's no accidents or coincidences. Jesus brought these amazing women into my life. You're one of them, Tamara. You're a forever family, right? It's like they break down the walls. We have to stick together as community. And that's what the Badass Lioness movement is all about. We support each other so that we can level up and be powerful leaders and tell our story that has legacy. You talk about legacy level impact that goes way beyond us, even when we're no longer here on this earth. Perfect. So that's what I want to say.
Luana, I am going to be having you speak next because it's just a natural segue into what would you like to share?
I think the most important thing is, Janine already said it, it's starting with loving yourself and realizing that you are divinely created for this appointed time to do something that only you can do. And you have to find that, own it, show up boldly, authentically in it, and realize that no one is in your lane but you. And if you feel that there's someone in your lane that makes you a little uncomfortable, as Dr. George Fraser says, you bless and release them, but own your lane. And the last thing I just want to say, Tamara, quickly is don't be afraid of the conversation. Sometimes something may happen and you may feel a little offended by it. But if you're truly walking in love, you're going to tap that person on the shoulder and you're going to have a conversation, and you're going to allow yourself to listen to what they have to say, because sometimes people don't realize that they're offending. And then you're going to give grace to that so that you always keep this bridge of communication flowing. I think love breaks down when we stop listening and leaning into others.
Thank you for that. Thank you. And I'm going to bring you on now, Rosie, and see what it is that you would like to share. And then, Glenda, you are going to be the caboose on this one.
I love what everyone has shared. And I want to just add that when we look within ourselves, just like I had said before, it kind of starts within ourselves. Love starts within ourselves. Also, it's about owning up to your own values, knowing what your values are, and questioning is this in alignment with my values? Am I setting healthy boundaries, which are based on your values? Those are sort of the brass tacks that will get things going for you, and why it's so important. Because people get into relationships, and when I'm talking, did a whole series on domestic violence last month, and it's not just about intimate relationships. It's with everybody, right? Any human being, your doctor, your lawyer, your coach, your teacher, political leaders, religious leaders. Are they in alignment with your own values? And if they're not, what are you going to do about it? What kind of boundaries can you set? That's why love and kindness take courage. It takes courage to stand for your values. So that's what I want to just share to help people really think about them and review those values today.
So true. Such words of wisdom. Again, write them down. Okay, Glenda.
Oh, I'm just loving everything I'm hearing, and I agree 100% and so much. But, I want to remind us as women, we're the caregivers of everybody. And what we have to realize is not always of what we're saying that matters, it's how we show. And, as a mom and now a grandmom, it's really important that we teach our children, because our children are our future. So if we can show the pathway of being kinder, to be understanding, to stop for a second, and sometimes somebody says something that sparks us or triggers us, we can stand back and take a breath. We don't need to respond so quickly. And what happens is when we show these things, and when we show even on a day where we might not be having a good day, but we still reach out with kindness and love, our children see that, they feel that. And when they become really entrenched with that message, that's what they're going to be leading, and they're our future. So it's important that we as women, we need to lead with love, understanding, and grace. Thank you.
Perfectly said. Perfectly said. Okay, we are down to the wire now. So I am going to right now, sorry, however, we're to that point. So I'm going to let you all say one word or 3-word phrase, wink, wink. And I'm going to start back to you, Glenda. What would you like to leave everybody with? One word?
Be brave enough just be brave to show who you are.
I love it. A sentence. Okay. Janine?
I'm going to repeat myself. Love is the oxygen for healing.
Rosie?
Real love is kind.
I love it. I love it. Luana?
Give without expectation.
Ooh. And surprise, surprise, mine's going to be stand for love. All right. With that, I want to say thank you for all of you that have joined today. It means the world to me personally and to our whole team here at the Let's Talk Fabulous show, which we show up every week for you. And it is our gift to the world. So go out there, share the love, and lock arms with others. And let's stand for love, because it will literally change the world. With that, see you all next week.